Ooh, what's up, Internet? Cory Zamier here, collecting with Cory. We're back to go over the biggest collection video I've done this year. Let's go. Hey guys, future Cory here, editing this video. Quick public service announcement. My phone's been doing some weird shit in the last few videos. You might have noticed where it'll just cut out the sound. And when you're shooting a 16, 18, 20 minute clip, it happens quite a few times. Hopefully it doesn't happen too often in this video. That weird cut I just did where I said the biggest is an example of how I could edit it. It's not great. So bear with me. Hopefully this is something that I'm able to figure out why my phone is fucking up. It is a very old phone. Don't know. Let me know in the comments below if you have any advice on that shit. Alright guys, we're talking Game Boy Advance. Holy shit, do I have more Game Boy Advance games than I know what to do with. And this video might take a while if I don't kind of breeze right through a lot of them. As always, most of these I haven't played, and for the loose cartridges, they're definitely not in alphabetical order. I just have them in this little carrying Tupperware Sterilite basket thing. Got at Target for like $6. Let's get into it. First up, we have Spyro Season of Ice. Recent pickup. Got that from Alicia. Nightmare Before Christmas, The Pumpkin King. Frogger's Adventures. Temple of the Frog. A lot of these are going to be really hard to read. Super Hornet FA-18F. Disney's Magical Quest 2, starring Mickey and Minnie. Pretty cool. Virtua Tennis. Power Rangers SBD. The Incredible Hulk. Disney's Peter Pan. Return to Neverland. Pirates of the Caribbean. Curse of the Black Pearl. A lot of these, like, I hold on the Game Boy Advance games because they don't take up any room, really. Now that I'm storing them like this, they really don't take up any room. A lot of these are titles that are probably just shovelware and aren't worth time. If any of these happen to be, like, hidden gems, worth playing, something you'd want to see on a Let's Play something, because I can record Game Boy Advance thanks to the power of the Game Boy player on the GameCube, let me know in the comments below. I'd really like to know what you guys are interested in seeing. Super Mario Advance, which is Super Mario Bros. 2. Justice League Injustice for All. Golden Sun, The Lost Ark. Super Mario Advance 3, Yoshi's Island. I have nowhere to put these games. I just realized once I take them out of this, I have nowhere to put them. Super Monkey Ball Jr. Good thing these weren't in order, because they aren't anymore. Donkey Kong Country 3. Pokemon Sapphire. Really would like to find a box for that. NES Classic Series, Dr. Mario. Played a ton of this one. This one I couldn't get into. Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. I kind of want to give it a second try. Unfortunately, it's just not as good as the first Final Fantasy Tactics. That's just how it is. Disney's Magical Quest, starring Mickey and Minnie. So I have both of the games, I guess. I don't know if there's another one. Earthworm Jim. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Advance Tour. Donkey Kong Country. Sonic Advance 3. I was very disappointed by Sonic Advance 3. I played a ton of the first Sonic Advance game and absolutely loved it. Used to time trial with all the characters. I don't believe I played Sonic Advance 2, but I remember I had 3 right after I got the first one and beat the first one and beat the shit out of the first one. And it just really... Ugh. 3 is not as fun. Then we have a combo cart, Sonic Advance and Sonic Pinball Party. Pretty cool combo cart there. Sigma Star Story. Sigma Star Saga. That word is minuscule. Operation Armored Liberty. I have no idea what that is. Dragon Ball Z, Legacy of Goku 2. There's actually a combo cart that has 1 and 2 on it. That's pretty valuable. Monster House. Nicktoons Racing. Shrek Swamp Kart Speedway. Sonic Battle. And then I have a few mixed in here, not for resale games. I believe I got these from Todderbert, the one and only greatest Patreon subscriber of all time. Metroid Fusion, not for resale. Super Mario Advance, not for resale. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Pac-Man Collection. Fairly Odd Parents, Breaking the Rules. Sword of Mana. I got this game for Christmas one year. I just can't get into the Mana games. I played a decent amount of Legend of Mana when it came to PS1, which I enjoyed. I remember enjoying, or maybe I just convinced myself I was enjoying it because it was my rental for the week. But Sword of Mana and also Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo, I just can't get into them. I've tried, I can't. Fire Emblem, The Sacred Stones. Really wish there was an option for the old Fire Emblem games to have the permadeath turned off, because I really enjoy playing the Fire Emblem games. I just don't want to be pulling my hair out doing it. I don't have much hair to begin with. You know what I realized today? I kind of, like with how bald I've become, I kind of remind myself of RoboCop, like in the original RoboCop when he doesn't have the helmet on. Like that's the level of baldness I'm at. Like some half-man, half-machine baldness level. Murphy-ass baldness, if you will. Klonoa 2, Dream Champ Tournament. Shining Force, Resurrection of the Dark Dragon. This one was really good. Tactics Ogre, Knight of the Lotus. Very good strategy RPG. Dragon Ball Z, Taiketsu. Rayman Advance. Haven't ever tried any of the old Rayman games. Lufia, Ruins of Lore. Wonder if this one's any good. I know the DS Lufia game they came out with was some shitty reimagining bullshit action RPG. It's not worth anybody's time. But if it's a turn-based Lufia game, I might be into it. Street Fighter Alpha 3. I've tried this. It's weird playing a Street Fighter game with 2 buttons, basically. Just A and B. Final Fantasy IV Advance. Dragon Ball Z collectible card game. Guilty Gear X Advance Edition. Mario Pinball Land. Very fun pinball game. Bomberman Tournament. Power Rangers Wild Force. Super Bust-A-Move. Classic Series Super Mario Bros. Party. Kirby and the Amazing Mirror. One of the Kirby games I never got complete in box, but I was still trying for that complete set. Advance Wars. This was actually the first game I ever had on the Game Boy Advance. Classic Series Donkey Kong. And Star Wars Flight of the Falcon. I think I've heard that this is pretty good. I haven't had a chance to try it for myself. Now give me a second while I clean this mess up, and we'll get to the boxed games. Alright, we're back. That was such a mess. Let's take a look at these boxed games. These are basically in alphabetical order. And just like with the other games, there is some great titles here, but they're also mixed in with a whole bunch of filler. which I've kept mostly because it was cheap and it wasn't worth getting rid of, which is a theme for a lot of my collections, to be honest. First up, we have an NES Classic Series, Bomberman. And whether these are complete, I know the game is at least in them. I don't know if I have the manual for all of them. Some of these are actually sealed, like this Crash Super Pack. 2 super games, Crash Entranced and Crash Nitro Kart. Got this at, I believe, the Long Island Retro Gaming Expo for like $5 or less or something like that. Final Fantasy 1 and 2, Dawn of Souls. Let me know if I were to go back to play the first Final Fantasy games, like 1 and 2, would I be better off doing it on the Game Boy Advance or the PSP? Or, like, what's the best way to go about playing them? Obviously, I would prefer it to be a handheld, but let me know in the comments below. I'd really be interested in knowing your answer. Huh. Final Fantasy V. I'm confused because I could have sworn... Alright, apparently I forgot about the games I actually packed to bring with me places. So my collection was going to be missing a few games. And this is the game that made me think of it. Final Fantasy VI Advance. I actually was playing a little bit of this a few months ago. Did not continue. Also, low-key, coolest Game Boy Advance SP ever. Wish it was a 101, but it's like a mod that my friend Ted did. He's been in a few Collecting with Cory videos. He was on the Collecting with Cory show, the last guest I had. Did that mod himself. And a few of the games that I actually brought with me when we went camping. I think that was the last time I used my Game Boy Advance. Robotech, the Macross Saga, kind of a really difficult shooter. Or at least I'm not good at it. Phalanx. Motocross Madness Advance. Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Highly recommend this game. Kind of a Diablo-like, from what I remember. This next one I tried out. I don't like it that much. NHL 2002. A lot of people said that this is very similar to NHL 94. I'm just not feeling it. Maybe you guys would enjoy it. I think it's a little bit too fast and eh. And last one, Monster Rancher Advance, which I actually haven't tried yet. But I'm happy I remembered about these. I would have been upset that I left some games out because I left them in the carrying case. Back to the boxed games, we have F-Zero GP Legend and F-Zero Maximum Velocity. Sounds badass. Golden Sun, the first game. One I played back in the day. Didn't get too far in it. Well, I think back then I probably got like 10 or 15 hours, which is kind of far, but for an RPG, I don't remember how many hours it was actually. One boxed game for the Kirby Conquest that I had. Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. Lunar Legend, one that I got from... I either got this from Ted, like I'm inclined to say I got it from Ted, but I might have got it from my friend Matt. A while back I had... My friend Matt was trying to get a 3DS back when Smash Bros. Was coming out. And he gave me a whole bunch of games to sell for him on eBay so he can afford it. And I think this was the game he gave me as payment for doing that for him. So I think this was from my friend Matt. Mario Kart Super Circuit. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Namco Museum 20th Anniversary. Pac-Man Pinball Advance. I have not tried this. I should try that soon. Oh, these are definitely out of order. Fuck it. Run it. That's the way they're stacked. Yu Yu Hakusho, Ghost Files, Spirit Detective. Here's a little tangent for Yu Yu Hakusho. Not that we're, making good time on this video, but I just feel like talking about it because I don't talk about anime that much on the channel, and it's going to be embedded here in this random collection video because I have a Yu Yu Hakusho game. Yu Yu Hakusho is actually something that I ended up watching way before they ever started showing the anime, the series, on Toonami. I think it was Toonami. And I remember watching it because there was some random, movie they made for it that they came out with here. I don't remember what it was called. It might have just been called Spirit Detective. I don't know if it had the Yu Yu Hakusho name yet. And it was basically just like, you know, Kurama and Yusuke Urameshi meeting up to fight some guy. And he also had Hiei and all, you know, Kurama, Botan, all them. They were in it, but I didn't know the significance of it until the anime came out. I remember being like, oh my god, I watched a movie about that back when I was little. Weird thing to think about right now. X-Men, the official game. Sealed. Wario Land 4. This is actually technically not in my collection. Because I'm missing the cart. I just have never really found the cart for a decent price, and I've had the box forever now. Uno and Skip-Bo. Got that recently at the thrift store. Tales of Fantasia. Another good one that I have. I believe I got this from my friend Ted. Super Mario Advance 4. Super Mario Bros. 3. There's second stack so I don't overflow this. Super Mario Advance 2. Super Mario World. It was really weird how they came out with those. They came out in such a weird order. It's ridiculous. Superman Returns. Fortress of Solitude. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Cool little beat-em-up. Might be something to actually check out. I think I got this from Long Island Retro Game Expo for super cheap. I do have a boxed copy of Sonic Advance because I do like it so much, even if I do have a combo cart with pinball on it, too. So, Pokemon Ruby. Pokemon Pinball Advanced. Or just Ruby and Sapphire, I guess Advance isn't in the title. Very good pinball game. This is probably my best or second, or my favorite or second favorite pinball game on a handheld console. It's either this or Metroid Prime Pinball. Pokemon Leaf Green. Pokemon Emerald. And last but not least, Pokemon Fire Red. And that is going to do it for my Game Boy Advance collection. Let me know what I should be on the lookout for. Off the top of my head, and because I kind of thought about this beforehand, games I am looking for the Game Boy Advance would be Super Robot Taisen Original Saga. I think I've seen it recently at my Game Exchange, but it was a little too expensive. Kind of wishing I did bite on it. It was a decent deal, but at the time I was broke, I think. They actually had 1 and 2. I think they came out with 2 games for the Game Boy Advance. They had both of them, and they were around like $15 or $20 each, and I didn't pick them up for some reason. I'm kicking myself, but that is going to do it for this video. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, keep it real, Internet. I love you guys.